everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want to say a big congratulations to all aspirants to the bar who made it at the bar finals. Congratulations and welcome to the largest bar in Africa. And I also want to tell those that didn't make it this time, it's not the end of the world. Just put yourselves together and you'll write again and you will make it. So the bar finals is finally out, so firms are going to be calling you guys for interviews. I just thought I should make this quick video to help someone out there who is going to go for any interview for NYSC placement. So law firms are going to be calling you. The applications you had sent earlier, you may need to resend to remind them. You may need to edit your CV to fix in your grade and send it to them. So they are going to call you any moment from now, and you need to prepare for your interviews so that you will not lose your chance of being hired as an NYSC associate in any of the law firms of your choice. The first tip I want you to know is that you should research on the firm. So any firm that calls you for test or interview, you have to research on it. Go to their website, look for their workers on LinkedIn, try to research what do they do, what are their majors, what are their practice areas. Research, get as much information as you can on that particular firm. So know their recent achievements, their awards. There are so many things you need to know about the firm. Just read about the firm in general. Get as much information. Is it a pure litigation firm? Is it a commercial firm, oil and gas? What do they do? Do they do company secretarial services? So when you get enough information about these firms, it's going to help you identify at first, is this where I want to work? Do I really want to do the kind of things they do? And number two, if yes, so you just have an idea of, oh, these are the kind of things they do and these are the kind of things they'll expect that I should know. So just get a general idea of the firm, what they do, their practice areas, and then you take it from there. So once a firm sends you a test or interview invite, please get in touch with their workers. Their workers, especially those that just got in or those that just finished NYSC, but they are recent workers. Those are the people that will know their test pattern, their interview pattern, and everything. So you get in contact with them. You can go to LinkedIn and search for you just search for the firm, and the people that work there will pop up. So you can chat them up, you ask them questions. There's no harm in reaching out. I know a lot of people that reached out to me just this year simply because they wanted to ask me, oh, okay, I just got an invite from your firm, so I want to know how is the test done, how is the interview done. They will just give you a breakdown so that you know ahead of time what to prepare for. So it is very important to have a foresight, an idea of how this firm operates. Some firms do the whole GMAT thing, other ones do LSAT. So it will be very disappointing that you are going to take a test in a particular firm that does LSAT and you are reading only your law school books. So don't be shocked, please. Ask questions. You can never get it wrong, and don't restrict yourself to asking just one person. You can ask up to 5. Get as much information you can so that it will help you prepare for the test or interview as the case may be. Some firms, they'll give the test and interview on the same day. Other firms, you have to come and write tests and then go back, and if you pass the test, you will now come for the interview. Other ones, you have to go office by office and meet different partners just to answer questions. So if you don't reach out to workers there, how will you know? Please ask questions so that you will not be shocked. I was once shocked, so I know what I'm talking about. Okay, the third thing is just do your general research. Read on political happenings, economics, your GDP, the budget, 2019 budget, 2020 budget that was just presented. Read on current affairs, international happenings. Read on current disasters. Just read what, because sometimes, especially when it has to do with an interview, you may not have a direction to the questions. Questions can come from left, right, center, and questions can be asked following the answer you gave. So just read wide, read your law school notes, revise them, read current happenings, political happenings, government issues, recent government policies, and also try to identify your best area, because sometimes some of them will ask you, so what's your best cause, what's your best subject, what's your best topic, and try to prepare a short presentation in case you are asked about your best topic, and maybe you should just make a short presentation on what you know about the topic, because you don't just stand up, wake up in the morning and just head for an interview or a test. You have to prepare. So at the interview, you have to dress appropriately, be confident, smile, just comport yourself, confident, and then when you are asked any question, try as much as possible to understand the question before you answer. There is no harm in asking them to repeat a question. Please don't jump at any question. So when you are asked any question, you calm down, understand the point before you answer. Okay? Then try as much as possible to smile. When you smile, it shows that okay, you are not tensed. You are confident. And then project your voice, please. Don't go and talk. Don't put your voice in your tummy when you are talking. So the things that will make them feel like, oh, this one knows what she's doing is like when you dress appropriately and then you're walking in with so much confidence and then you're smiling, you're looking into their face. Give eye contact. Anybody that is asking you a question, look at the person in the eye, listen to the question, and then give your answer. Even if your answer may not be correct, sometimes they are not actually looking for the best or the correct answer. They just want to know, number one, do you understand this question? Number two, how confident are you in answering the question? Okay, so that's it about answering questions. Look into their eyes. Don't lower your head. Look at them eyeball to eyeball and be confident when you're answering the questions. Yep. Okay, so some of the frequently asked interview questions, sometimes like out of 10, if you attend 10 interviews, I'm sure you will get these questions in like 8. So they'll ask you, tell us about yourself. So tell us about your career plan. What do you want to be in the future? Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? They'll ask, why our firm? Why our firm? Why should we hire you? And then something like, okay, they can ask, tell us about your hobby, your social life, and all that. Please, when answering any question, try as much as possible to restrict yourself to your educational and academic qualifications and experience. If you've done internships, tell them where you went for internships and what you learned. Tell them about your primary, secondary education. Please restrict your answers to professional, academic, and educational achievements. Okay? Except to specifically ask you about your family, you can go ahead and tell them. But if not, if they say, tell me about yourself, you just say, okay, my name is Kuseme Ise. I graduated from University of Ilorin, went to Nigerian Law School, Lagos campus. I came out with the first class. So, okay, I've done internships in a couple of firms, and I'm particularly interested in commercial contracts, business law, things like that. And try as much as possible to restrict yourself to professional, academic, and educational experiences. So if they ask you, tell us about your extracurricular activities or your social life or your hobbies. So you can, if you play football as a guy, it's very important. Tell them you play football. In fact, tell them that you are a striker. So yes, it's very important because most of these law firms, they have some competitions between firms, and they like guys that know how to play football. Okay, so yes, so if you plan events as a lady, if you are good in organizing events, please say it, because most organizations have events and they always like people that could plan. Other things, if you can, any other extracurricular activities that shows that you have a balanced life. It's not just boring. You travel, you like to make friends, you like to meet new people, you like to sightsee. Just go ahead and be free. Please don't be so tensed while answering questions. They are not going to eat you up, and they understand that you are just leaving school, so they don't really expect that your answers will be top notch. So even while giving your answers, try and smile. Okay, so when it has to do with this question, why our firm? Okay, let me start with the one, why should we hire you? And then why our firm? So try as much as possible to show that you have made a couple of research into their firm. When you've read about their recent contracts, their recent awards and honors they won, and their achievements, the clients they have. So at this point, if they say why our firm, this is the point that you're supposed to talk about it. Okay, I've read about your firm. When I was in school, I used to hear that your firm is the best in oil and gas, and because I'm interested in oil and gas, I've been researching about you guys, and I know that if I'm here because of my interest, I'll be able to contribute reasonably to the practice of the firm. And firm is one of the best places, one of the top tier firms, and all that. Your partners are incredible. I met with, you can cite an experience that you met with either of their workers or one of their partners, and I met with them in so and so conference. I spoke to him, I admired him, I liked it, and I like to work under him. Things like that. Just try to show that you have background knowledge about this firm, that you're not just looking at because you hear they're taking NYSC placements, you just stand up and go. Try and make inside research. Go to their LinkedIn pages. You see their professional activities. They like to post their achievements, their celebrations, their this. Go to their LinkedIn page and check. You have reasonable information on their LinkedIn page and on their website that you can use to convince them when they ask you this question. After they have asked you these questions, sometimes they will ask you, do you have any questions for us? Other times they will just finish asking you questions and they're like, okay, thank you, we're done with you. So let me give you one trick. Please, whenever you go for an interview, ask them questions. Don't allow somebody to be throwing questions at you and then you don't get to ask them. Use them and shine. Okay, so ask them questions like, okay, because I think my experience, after they asked me so many questions, and I said, okay, do you have any questions for us? And I said, yes. So some of the very reasonable questions you can ask in an interview is, for instance, what is the firm structure like? I'd like to know what structure like. Do you guys have departments? Do you send people to work in specific departments? And if so, how do you determine that? Or do you rotate people? Yeah, another. Okay, so do you, when you hire people, do you assign them to specific mentors and supervisors? Other questions could be, what are the career development they offer their workers? What are do they send their workers for professional development courses? Yeah, things like that. Other you can also ask for, what are the kind of welfare packages they have for their workers? Do they have social insurance schemes and all that? Please know the kind of question you are asking. Fine, they're asking you to ask questions. It doesn't mean you should just say anything. Just make sure that you streamline your questions to specifically career development kind of questions, firm structure, something like that. Don't go ask them, how much do you pay your workers? So after your interview, smile, thank them, and you go. And then when you get home, maybe after a day or two, you can send a thank you email. Just send a thank you email and say, you enjoyed your time, or you had an interesting session with them, and that you're looking forward to a positive response. Just send a thank you email. Show that you're responsible enough. Okay, just show responsibility. Just send a thank you email. Don't go and be saying that you really need the job. Blah blah blah. No. Please keep your email professional. So, dear madam, I write following our previous interview, recent interview at your firm on so and so day. I want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity. I had a nice and interesting session with your partners. I look forward to hearing from you. Yes, it will be nice working in your firm. No, okay, yeah, I look forward to hearing from you. And something like that. So just restrict your answers. Don't act as though you are begging for a job. Okay? So those are the things that you need to know before you go for an interview session. I am sure that if you do these things, if you go for like 5 interviews, I'm sure 3 or 4 will call you back. Please be confident. Try as much as possible to do your research before you go for any interview. I hope this video has been of help to you. If you have any questions, send it in the comment section. I will be glad to answer them, okay? Thank you very much. Congratulations once again. Congratulations to your call to bar, and do enjoy yourself.